Nick Ball, I'm an armed response sergeant based at Bodmin.
I'm an ARV, which is an armed response member of the police team here, working covering the road network and dealing with firearms incidents.
I've always been very passionate believer in body-worn video, as it's a really useful tool for us to aid transparency and also to assist us in operational policing.
Quite quickly I realised actually it's of a benefit. It records obviously, it's transparent really for all parties. So if someone wants to make a complaint, it can be reviewed nice and quickly. If I make a mistake, it will also be reviewed just as quick.
Yeah, it's fairly straightforward to use. I mount mine on my shoulder just because I find it gives a better view ahead of the situation. My arms don't get in the way. It gives an idea of height as well, because it's closer to my face than down on the chest mount there. I have previously also had it on a baseball cap on the head mount, but obviously wearing headgear all the time is not always practicable. So this is an easy standby. Very straightforward to use. Just one flick of the switch turns it on, starts it recording. Another flick turns it off. There's no faffing around with it, and yeah, very straightforward, easy to use.
One is kind of our personal preference, which some people have it on the shoulder, some people have it on their torso, and the other is when we go to a live firearms incident, we mount them on our ballistic helmets to the front to get that first-person view of what we're seeing.
As a supervisor, I deal with a fair number of complaints from the public about police interaction, and I found it's invaluable in assisting with that because you get a very true picture of exactly what's happened. And in my experience, the number of times that it's protected officers because the allegations have been completely fabricated or have been over-embellished, it way far outweighs any sort of signs of wrongdoing from the officers on the cameras themselves. So I think it's a really valuable tool for protecting officers. And from an operational point of view, as a firearms officer, it's really useful for go back over incidents to see what could have been done better, to view incidents from a fresh perspective. And quite often when you're on a stressful operation, your perception of what actually happened is different from what's recorded, and it's useful to have that recording of what actually did happen to see how it's affected your perception of the incident. I would just say it's a really good tool to use. Just go for something that's robust. Find a solution that's going to be suitable for your needs. We have had a previous incarnation of cameras where the cameras were great. They had a very small camera unit on the head, remotely controlled, which was then connected to a unit on your chest. That was a great solution, but there was a weak link in that the rain would get in. There were constant issues with that link there. So something that's robust will withstand the test of time. It's going to be policeman proof. Banged around in cars, dropped, that kind of thing. That's what you need. But yeah, I would recommend it wholeheartedly to any forces in looking at getting involved with it.
I would say just get on and get it, because you'll be saving hours in terms of reviewing complaints, for example. You're potentially just protecting your officers more. As I said, it's a handy bit of kit that collates everything going on around you, not just what you see, but the sounds. So it also can be used, and it's really good evidence should things go to court, because it allows members, for example, the jury or the judge, to be able to get that view of actually what's going on in the scene, which helps portray a better picture than just a statement sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, there's two schools of thought. Some people might think we're spying on them. Obviously we're not. The cameras aren't always running, and they're going to be turned on for protection of the officers as well as the public there anyway. But on the whole, I think the public are generally very supportive of it, because they feel the same way as we do, that it gives transparency to what officers are doing, and if complaints are made, the evidence is there, and if the officers are at fault, it's recorded. But equally, if it's a spurious complaint or malicious complaint, then it's recorded as well.
Some hate it, and as soon as you mention that you're using it, their behaviour often changes, because they're realising they're either dropping themselves in it with their demeanour or their behaviour, and they want to know why you're recording them. Others, as I said, it's beneficial because their whole demeanour changes, and it drops down sometimes from aggressive, arsey kind of attitude to a more kind of, I better talk a little bit more properly, calm down, because actually this could be used against me at a later stage. So it works in that context. But also it helps collate that initial account from people as well. So we can record an initial account, say for example, of rape victims, should it be the case of where they're just disclosing and you're trying to take notes, or just an initial account of a description of an offender that's left the scene.